We're going to start with a spinal twist on our back. So coming to lie down, plant both of your feet onto a mat so that way you can decompress a little bit in your low back. Arms just down by your side. And if you've had a really stressful day or been just going nonstop, then allow yourself to really let go in just these couple minutes, maybe bringing in ujjayi breath, so sealing your lips and breathing in and out through your nose. Feel your low back settle down into the mat. And as you inhale, notice how your ribs gently rise and fall. Feel your whole spine sitting down, laying along on the mat. And then bend your elbows, bring both hands onto your abdominals. So tonight we're going to be working on twists. And you can take twists as gentle or as deep as feels good. But we're going to be focusing our twists between hips to shoulders. And so that's where I want you to think about anatomically is pinning your shoulders and then rotating at your hips to get the twist to focus in this core area. And then because our upper spine doesn't really twist that much, it really starts to become more concentrated in the area between our diaphragm and our pelvis, and our lumbar spine. And so with your hands here on your belly, notice if maybe you're a little bit full or potentially you've had, some indigestion or some issues with the GI tract in this area. Just gonna tap in. A lot of times we like to just glaze over this area of our body, especially coming out of winter and a pandemic. Just let yourself tune in. And then keeping your left foot on the ground, you're going to lift your right leg up and bring it over your left. So you're just crossing your legs. And then let both knees drop over to the left side. So your right knee is on top. Now this right shoulder might start to lift off of the mat as you take this gentle twist. If you have a block or a pillow, you can always put it underneath your bottom knee to make it a little bit less intense to start. And then with your right arm, extend it out to the right side so that you anchor out onto that right side. So it helps your shoulders stay down. And with your left hand, bring it to the outside of your right knee. Maybe draw your knees a little bit higher up towards your armpit. That'll give you a little bit more length in your lumbar spine. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, see if you can let a little bit of weight drop into your right shoulder, grounding it down into the mat. As you exhale, draw your navel in towards your spine and find a little deepening of your twist. All right. You can either stay here in the supine twist, hand on your knee, or you can deepen it a little bit by taking that bottom leg, that's the left leg, and walking it back behind you. Right hand will reach down to capture your left foot. So this is a yin posture called cat chasing tail. It's like this hand, this foot, everything's touching the opposite. And then if you'd like to go a little bit deeper into this top right hamstring, you can start to straighten your right leg. Maybe finding that foot with your left hand. Take a couple more breaths here, in through your nose and out through your nose. Noticing that the inhale starts to become a little bit harder, a little bit tighter, a little bit more constricted with this twist. And then slowly release both feet if you had them. Roll back into the center of the mat. And then extend both legs long, both arms up overhead. Star pose on our backs. Take a deep inhale. Expand. And exhale. Release into the mat. One more time. Inhale, press your fingers and your toes. Expand. And then exhale, feel that energy drop back in towards your core and settle. Then bend your knees. As you bend your knees and place your feet on the ground, again, the bottom of your spine starts to just gently tuck, and you feel a little bit more weight come onto your sacrum. So this is a really grounding place. Bring your hands back towards your core, around your navel, maybe even making a diamond shape, fingers towards your pelvis. Take a breath in and out. Lying here flat again, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, lift your left leg now. Wrap it around your right, crossing your legs on the mat. And then drop both knees over to the right side. So again, if you had a prop underneath your knees, you can bring that over, setting it underneath your knees as they drop to the side, and then extend your left arm out. So you might gaze over that left hand. I usually keep my gaze a little bit more up towards the ceiling, neutralizing my neck. And again, letting the twist occur between shoulders and hips. Bring your right hand to anchor your left outer knee down. Take an inhale. And exhale, feel a gentle weight on your left shoulder. So keeping you grounded. Now that left shoulder might be hovering over the mat. It's totally fine. Just working to anchor that left shoulder down. So you're just pressing it down. Even though it might not have anything to press into. Inhale. Feel your ribs expand. Again, there's a little bit of tightness and twist. It's a little bit uncomfortable when you take that breath in. And then exhale, feeling an ease as you release that pressure of the breath. Letting the twist maybe deepen a little bit. Again, you can adjust your knees up or down to extend and lengthen your lumbar spine. So especially if you have tightness here, it might feel better to have your knees higher up towards your armpits. And then if you're going to take it a little bit further into cat chasing tail, we'll take the right leg, heel toe it back, reach down with the left hand, capture that foot. This will help you bring that left shoulder a little bit closer to the mat. And then maybe, if you have room, extend your top left leg, find it with the right hand. Take another 2 breaths here. Inhale, last time. Slowly release your feet, exhale. Roll back into center. And then again, extend both legs, both arms towards the corners of your mat. Breath in. And out. Slowly roll now all the way over onto your belly. Coming into a Sphinx position, lay your stomach down on the mat, bring your forearms down onto the mat, and press your palms down. So becoming again a little bit more aware and tuned into this area of the core where all of our digestive organs are. Grip down, pull your shoulders back, and let your tummy release into the mat. Let your feet just set down. Take a breath in and out. Feeling a lengthening across the front of our body and a little bit of compression in the back. Again, breath in and out, beginning to stimulate in our belly. We're going to sweep our hands back, coming into Locust Pose. Now I want you to start to activate your legs and move your gaze slightly down so it's on the floor in front of you. Reach your fingers back towards your toes. Maybe lift your toes up. You want to lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe lift your hands up so your pinkies are higher than your glutes. Feeling a lot more weight now, moving onto that space of your tummy, over your navel. Inhale. Feel your chest rise and exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands back down under your shoulders. Press your palms into the mat, tuck your toes. Activate your legs so that your knees are lifted. And then inhale, press up into plank position. Toes are tucked. You can always do this with knees and then lift the legs. Breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, press back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And then exhale, slowly make your way to the front of your mat. Forward fold. You can bend your knees as much as you need to find a gentle fold. And then slowly walk yourself up. Now we're going to move into that really fun and kind of funky breath work. So you're going to want your feet wider now than hip width distance apart. And you're going to bend your knees and brace yourself with your hands on your thighs. So I'd like you to try and stay down in this position, and I'm going to demonstrate for you this really fun breath. So it's called Agnisara. So Agni being fire. And then also, Agni is also the fire of digestion in Sanskrit, in yoga philosophy. So the fires of digestion, really working again into this area. So we're going to find Uddiyana Bandha. And that looks like this, which is why I have this really fun flowy shirt on today. So you're going to take an inhale. Exhale out. And then at the bottom of your exhale, you're going to press your hands into your thighs. Draw your organs in. Your diaphragm's going to come up like a parachute into your ribs and flare. So it's going to look like this. It's that really funky, like, this is how skinny I can be as a child kind of like action. Now we're doing this with no air in our lungs. So you have to release your belly before you take your inhale. Also, you almost feel like a catch. So a bandha is a lock. You feel a catch of your diaphragm coming back in. So you kind of know when you get it. And it's not so much about engaging your core as loosening your core, drawing up and in. It also helps to swallow sometimes at the very bottom of our breath to catch that. All right, so that's the first step. The second one we're going to add on to, I'm just going to demo them all right now so you know what they look like. And then once we get going into it, you can remember this visual. So Agnisara is getting that Uddiyana Bandha and then rolling. So you can roll side to side, or I like to release and let go and then draw it. So that looks like this. Inhale. Exhale. And so it's a pumping of the belly. Again, it tunes you in so much to your solar and your lunar core. So solar core being your diaphragm, and then lunar core being around your navel. So again, that whole area of digestion. All right, so now we're gonna do it all together. I'll keep my shirt up for some fun visuals. Inhale, and then exhale. Sink down into your squat. We're not gonna go into Uddiyana Bandha yet. We're gonna hold here. Take another inhale. This time, exhale all of the air out through your mouth forcefully. Hold. Press into your thighs. So you feel your diaphragm come up to ribs flare. Again, swallowing at the bottom of your exhale might help. Catch that. And then you release your belly. Inhale. If you need to, you can stand up between. Relax your shoulders. All right, we're gonna go into it again. You can either try and get Uddiyana Bandha again, or move into the Agnisara, the pumping of the belly, so the lifting and relaxing. All right, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, press your hands into your thighs. Inhale. Forceful exhale through the mouth. Press into your thighs. And then you inhale, stand back up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So again, and if you're not getting the Uddiyana Bandha and you're like, I'm not really interested in that, then just take Ujjayi breath. So just a really calm, slow inhale and exhale through your nose. That's fine too, and you'll get that burning too in your legs. So inhale, exhale, bend your knees, sink down, hands on your thighs. Inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Uddiyana Bandha. Release your belly before you inhale and press up. All right, so one more time. And then this time, instead of the in and out of the belly, I'll show you. You can also do it in a circular motion where you kind of just move your hips a little bit as you're in Uddiyana Bandha. I recently watched a video and he said, channel your John Travolta. I was like, oh, all right. So you can also do it that way where you just kind of push a hip forward and then the other hip. And your rectus abdominis that come along here start to get stimulated by that one. So inhale, exhale. Bend your knees, press your hands into your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth. Find Uddiyana Bandha and then move into Agnisara. Whew. And come to straighten. Release. Bring your feet together, hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, bend your knees, drop your arms down. Inhale up, stand up. We're just gonna shake that out. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Like you're flicking something off your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. This is really good to shake off the day too. Last 2. One more, inhale, exhale, inhale, come to standing. Move your way onto the front of your mat. Lift your arms up and then exhale, fold. Again, take a nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank position. Breath in. Exhale, lower down halfway. You can come down to your knees. We're going to pull through to upward facing dog. Pressing the tops of your feet down, your knees are lifted. Grip your hands into the mat and lift your chin just slightly. So the top of your mouth is parallel with the floor. Strong core. Take a breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, bend your knees, pedal out your heels. Keep gripping your hands down into the mat. We're gonna do a little bit of core activation here with some twists. So start to slow down the movement in your legs. Even out, hip width distance apart. Relax your neck. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, come forward, draw your thigh in toward your ribs, and then cross it over. See if you can tap your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cross, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross, knee to left elbow, and then to right elbow, and then to left elbow, and then to right elbow. Pause, plant your right foot. Bring your left knee down, press the top of your left foot down. Inhale, bring both of your arms up, low lunge. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. So your thumbs rest on your sternum, tip forward. Then you're gonna bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Make a fist with that left hand. Take your right hand on top and gently press into that fist, coming into a gentle twist. So again, you can decide how deep you want to take these twists tonight. The more you press your elbow into your knee and rotate your shoulders, the deeper the twist will be. But your hips stay moving forward. That's why it's really nice to take twists in a lunge, because it's hard to pivot and open your hips here. They're very restricted in the lunge pose. So they're already pinned in space. But as we start to move twists out of our lunges and into other poses, you'll notice your hips might want to come with you. So you really have to focus on stabilizing the base of your twist. All right, take another breath in and out. Slowly release. Bring both hands down to the mat. Tuck your back toes and step back, downward facing dog. Relax your neck. You can pedal out your hips a little bit again, letting one heel and the other reach down to the ground, and then start to slow. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, come forward, glue your thigh to your rib to start, engage your core, and now draw it over to tap your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, lift back. Exhale, this time making that diagonal right away, knee to elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last time, inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to elbow, and then left knee to left elbow. Left knee, right elbow, left knee, left elbow. One more time, right elbow, left elbow, pause, plant that left foot. Lower your right knee down. Coming into a low lunge, press the top of your right foot down into the mat. Front your hips with your hands. So again, thinking about stabilizing the base of our twist, feel your hips start to shift a little bit forward as you draw your left knee forward. And then imagine that you are gluing your hips in space. Inhale, bring your arms up, lift your gaze slightly. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, rest your thumb on your sternum. Inhale. Exhale, tilt your torso forward. Bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. And again, make a fist with that hand. Press it's really the tricep, the very bottom of your tricep, just above your knee. So into your quad, and then making a fist, bring the left arm on top. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, Deepen your twist, draw your navel in. So again, you'll feel your pelvis can't really rotate anymore in this lunge. It's moving forward and back. It's the shoulders that need to work to deepen the twist in that area between your hips and your diaphragm. I think we all felt our diaphragm in that Uddiyana Bandha, or at least trying to get there, right at the bottom of your ribs. Take one more breath in and out. Release both hands down to the mat. This time a little bit different. Tuck your toes and step back into plank pose. You can always come down to your knees. Hold your plank, draw your navel in, take a breath. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. You're gonna bring your forearms back in front of you, coming into that Sphinx position, just like we did earlier. This time I want you to really set up your forearms. Take opposite biceps in your hands. So you might need to walk your elbow tips in, and then bring your forearms back forward so that they're parallel. Just a front diagram here. Now, if you have tight shoulders, you can interlace your hands here, but just make sure elbows are still directly underneath your shoulders. All right. And then from here, we're going to tuck our toes and lift up into forearm plank. All right, take a breath in. Exhale, drop your gaze down to your toes. Keep pressing your palms into the mat, especially your thumbs and your pointer fingers. Start to walk your feet in, lifting your hips up. Coming into Dolphin Pose, yeah. If you walk in and your hamstrings are feeling really tight, then you can walk your feet out as wide as the mat. If you're feeling like, yeah, those are pretty good, keep them hip-width distance apart. Then lift your gaze between your forearms and slowly walk yourself back out. If you had your feet wide, then as you walk out, try and bring them back to hip-width distance apart. Inhale. Exhale, drop your gaze to your toes, start to walk in. Take a breath in. Hips high. Exhale, press into your forearms, relax your neck, gaze back to your toes, heels drop down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Between your forearms, exhale, walk yourself out. All right, last time, inhale. Exhale, gaze down the length of your body. Start to walk yourself in. As you inhale, find as close as your toes will go, and then exhale, heels down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, walk your legs back out. Forearm plank, take a breath in, and then exhale, lower your hips down. Sphinx pose. Grip your hands into the mat, pull your chest back. You can walk your hands a little bit wider so that you can feel like you have nice broad shoulders. Let your belly release. Gently press the tops of your feet down. And then pivot on your elbows, stack your palms, relax your forehead down onto the mat. Let yourself release. Let your stomach relax into the mat. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your forehead up. Pull your elbow tips in. Coming back into that Sphinx pose. And then we're going to start to lift our chest up, coming back into Locust Pose. Hands behind you, thumbs down, pinkies up. Or if you want to, you can start to interlace your palms, or interlace your fingers, pressing your palms together, hovering over your low back. Open your chest, extend your legs, start pressing through the ball of your foot and pressing through your knuckles towards the space behind you. Then notice if you're cranking your neck to look forward, and shift your gaze down so that your spine is long. Engage your core, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale, slowly release your hands and then tuck your toes. Keep your knees lifted. Inhale, press up, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hands into the mat, feet into the mat, and then gazing back at your feet, walk your feet in one footprint. So you have a shortened down dog. If this is really uncomfortable on your heels, you can also fold up your mat a little bit, step on that. So you have a little lift under your heels and then come back into your downward facing dog. All right, so press down through your left hand, spread your palm, spread your fingers, make a nice base. With your right hand, you're gonna sweep it back and across, capturing your left outer leg, outer shin, or maybe outer ankle. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, see if you can drop your head down and start to pull to gaze underneath your left armpit. Breath in, breath out. Release your right hand. Get your necklace out of your mouth. And then we'll switch sides. Look at your right palm, open it up wide. Spread your fingers as wide as they'll go. And now press into that right hand. Start to lighten the load on the left side. Reach your left hand back and then through, capturing the outside of your left leg or ankle, or right leg, right ankle. So you're crossing. Take a breath in and then exhale, twist. And inhale and exhale. Slowly release, bring both hands back down and step your down dog out again, that one footprint. Inhale, exhale, look forward. You're gonna either step or take a little hop to the front of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then exhale, we're gonna take a vertical twist to the right. So your left arm comes forward, right arm back. Drop your hands down by your side. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Drop your hands down, come back up to center. All right, so did you notice as we took that vertical twist, your hips want to come with you now on this journey of the twist. So let's do that again, noticing that. Inhale up, exhale, vertical twist to the right. All right, did that right hip come back? Can you start to bring it back forward so that this twist occurs above those hip points and the shoulder? So it starts to become isolated in the upper body. It's harder. Your twist isn't as deep. Drop both hands down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Notice how that left hip point wants to come back with you. Can you pull it back forward? It's a little bit more work in the shoulder. See if you can bring your focus into that middle area above your hip point, between your ribs and that point. Drop your hands down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, clench your hands, step back to plank. Breath in. Exhale, lower down halfway. Kick your toes back. Inhale, stretch through your front side of your body into upward facing dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot forward. This time, I want you to keep your right knee lifted, super strong. Inhale, sweep both of your arms up. So again, we're in that lunge position. This is going to really isolate the movement because our hips are a little bit more pinned in space. There's something going on. They've got to hold this schism. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, you're going to take a vertical twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. So you notice that your hips aren't really so much in this equation. See if you can draw your left shoulder back a little bit more. Pull your navel in. Feel the twist. Inhale, both arms up. Coming back forward. Exhale, you're going to bring your left hand down by your left side and then reach back for your back thigh. So it's coming across your back. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Maybe lift your gaze up. So this is called Exalted Warrior. You sometimes might do this with your back heel grounded in a Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. All right, keep that hand to your thigh, re-bend your front knee, inhale. Exhale, twist, bringing your right elbow across to your left knee. So you can keep your left hand back there on your thigh, or maybe start to walk it around, finding your waistband, taking a half bind. So what that half bind does, that's nice, and I'll demonstrate this facing towards the camera as well, is this half bind gives you something to press into that allows you to really open up your shoulder. So sometimes when you're just pressing hand into fist, you can still collapse and let that top shoulder drop down. In the half bind, pull that shoulder head back and you feel a lot more opening. So just a little bit different of a variation. Again, finding a nice deep twist, really focusing our awareness on shoulders and hips and the space in between. All right, gently undo your bind, plant both hands down. Release your right knee down and straighten your left leg, half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. We do this a lot in my classes, and it's going to be really helpful for our final pose. Again, you can take your block or prop, whatever you're using, and place it to the inside of your left foot, if that feels good. Otherwise, grounding down through the left hip, left heel, you want to pull your left hip back. Femur head into the hip socket so your hips stay square. Slow down your breathing. Pull your toes back. Take an inhale. And exhale. And inhale, come forward, plant your left foot down, plant your hands down. Tuck your back toes and step back to downward facing dog. Take another breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Coming into a nice long lunge. Keeping your left knee lifted. Inhale, bring both arms up. So again, you really want to have a long enough lunge that you feel your hips working hard to hold your legs in place. Press strongly through that back heel. Turn on that back leg, make it super strong. And see if you can bring this front leg close down to the ground as you can. Arms up, get long. And then we'll take that vertical twist again. Left arm forward, right arm back. So in this vertical twist, the right arm back, the right hip coming back actually squares your hip more in space, right? Instead of it bringing your hips out of square here, the lunge is helping us. Breath in. Exhale. Can you increase your wingspan? Pull your right shoulder blade closer to your spine. Drop that right arm down. Inhale, come back into high lunge. Exhale, you're going to take the right hand behind you, palm to your left hamstring. Inhale, press your front leg towards straight, Exalted Warrior. Woo, feel the work happening in that back leg. Maybe lift your gaze, finding some balance. Inhale. Exhale, bend your front knee, bend your left elbow, bring it to the outside of your right knee. All right, this backhand can still stay back. You can take this prayer twist if you want, or work towards the half bind. And your half bind could just be finding the very back of your pants. Hopefully nobody's practicing in a jumpsuit. It's a little bit harder to use the waistband. But you want to work your hand as far as you can across your low back. So it's maybe finding the outside of your left hip point. Then pull that right shoulder head back. Take an inhale. Exhale, deepen the twist. Lots of work in that back leg. Mine's like pulsing. You can feel it, right? Inhale. And exhale, slowly release, both hands down. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, start to straighten your right leg. Coming into that Harimanasana half splits. Hips come back so that they stack in line with your knee. Pull your toes back, round your right heel down, and then pull and anchor your right femur head back into your hip socket. Take a breath in and out. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Inhale, slowly pull your right foot back in, plant it down onto the mat. Lift your back leg and step back to downward facing dog. Release your neck. Breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward by your left thumb. Make sure that you have your prop somewhere close by that you can reach down and grab it. You're going to keep that left knee bent. Inhale, come back up into your high lunge. Inhale, exhale, vertical twist. Open, press your fingertips forward, press your fingertips back. Drop your left hand back, find your hamstring. Inhale, reach your right arm up, straighten your front leg, Exalted Warrior. Breath in. Exhale, bend your front knee, find that twist, elbow outside of your knee, and the half bind. Inhale, press strongly through that right heel, reach to the crown of your head. Exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale, slowly unwind. Bring both hands to frame your left foot. Now we're going to make it a little bit different. Start to straighten your left leg, keeping your hips lifted and your right knee lifted. So coming into pyramid pose. Pull your left hip crease back, your right forward. All right, from here, you're going to bring in that prop to the inside of your left foot. Bring your left fingertips forward and then start to rotate up. Now bring your hands down to your hip, that left hand down to your hip. I want you to work on keeping your hips square. So if this becomes a lot on the back heel, you can always ground that down or keep it lifted. You want to keep your hips where they are in space. Then see if you can just rotate at the shoulders. So come back down, square shoulders, square hips, pyramid pose. Now see if you can keep your hips where they are, just rotate at the shoulders. Then start to bring your arm into it. Pulling both thighs in towards midline, press through your right hand, lift your left fingertips up, inhale, exhale, twist. It really helps to keep remembering to pull your left femur head back to keep those hips square. And then slowly rotate down. So that's called Pavrita Trikonasana or revolved triangle pose. So this is regular triangle and then revolved triangle. All right, plant both hands down, bend your front knee, step back, downward facing dog. Relax your knees. Let the knees be soft. Lift your hips high, press through your palms, and then exhale, relax your neck. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Keep your left leg straight and strong. Inhale, both arms up. High lunge. Exhale, vertical twist or revolved lunge, Pavrita. So this is revolved. This is the same action in our arms. We're just doing this a lot of different ways. Keep bringing your right knee forward. Inhale, expand. Exhale, right hand comes down. Find that left hamstring. Inhale, left arm up, straighten your front right leg. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your front leg, bend your left elbow. Come across, find that twist. Move your hand into that half bind. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, slowly unwind. Bring both hands down to frame your front foot. And pull in the block or prop. So if you are using something creative like a water bottle, you just can place that to the inside enough that you can put your hand on top of it. And then as you straighten your front leg, it's okay if your torso is a little bit more lifted above parallel. All right, again, pull the right hip crease back so it pins your hips in space. Press down through your left palm. Inhale, right arm up and open. So we move into this and then bend your elbow. Again, come back, check into your hips. Are they opening up too much? Are they nice and square? So you want to gaze down, shoulders, hips square to the mat. Then keep your shoulders square, or hips square. See if you can start to rotate your shoulders so that your shoulders and your hips are rotated at a 90-degree angle from each other. Extend your right arm up. You want to stack your palms so that they are vertical, perpendicular to the floor. Press your right hip back. Inhale, open your wingspan. Exhale, deepen your twist. You might even have this hand start to come back a little bit. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down to the floor. Bend your front knee, plant your hands, and then step back, bring both knees down to the mat. Whew, give our legs a break. All right, from here, you're gonna swing your legs out to this side. So off to the right side are your legs. You're gonna take this top leg and set it so that the shin nestles down right into the arch. Looks just kind of like that. It's like your arch was made to hold your shin. Left hip stays nice and square. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift your left arm up, and then exhale, gently twist. So you're twisting towards your feet. You're using this back hand like a pole to keep your spine straight, and then using that top arm as leverage to gently press into your knees and twist. So again, sometimes you might like to really crank and gaze over that back shoulder. Find it a little bit more of a relaxing twist to keep my chin in line with my chest so that your cervical spine, the neck vertebrae aren't doing the twist, but instead it's between shoulders and hips. Feel that anchoring down through your right hip point. And a nice long spine. Slowly release. Come back into center. Bring your legs out in front of you. And then bend your knees to the opposite side. So again, the shin is going to nestle in to the ankle. And then top of your top foot, it's pressing down into the mat. So it's just kind of nestled in there by your side. Take your left hand, so I'm mirroring you now. Left hand down, right at the base of your spine. Right arm up, inhale, and then exhale, twist. Do your best to, again, keep your spine nice and straight. That means lifting your chin slightly so the roof of your mouth is parallel with the floor. Inhale, and then exhale, twist. You're closing your eyes, feeling that stacking down your spine, the weight into your hips. Taking 3 more easy breaths in and out through your mouth. And slowly release. Coming back into midline, you're going to walk your hands forward. So you come into all fours. And then open your knees wide. Bring your big toes together to touch. Press back, child's pose. Let your forehead rest down. Inhale, pull yourself up. Keep your knees wide. Start to let your hips come forward. Keep your big toes touching. Let your pelvis come down to the mat for Rajakapatasana variation, King Pigeon Pose. Opening your chest. Feeling that nice stretch across your belly, across the front of your body. If you ever get tummy cramps, this feels really good to just open the front side of the body. Inhale. Come roll back, exhale, child's pose. Moving really slow with our breath. Inhale forward. Exhale, let your hips sink down. I like to bend my elbows a little bit too. Inhale, transition through all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale forward. Exhale, Rajakapatasana. And then from here, release your legs long. Come down to the mat and then slowly bend your elbows. Lower your torso all the way down. Stack your palms in front of you, make a little cushion, and then rest your forehead down. Once your forehead hits the mat, imagine as though it's like a reset, so that you can let all of your muscles go. Feel your tummy, your spine melt down into the mat. Let your heels drop in. Let your breathing become soft and natural. Move your awareness into the gentle rise and fall of your low back. Feel as you inhale, your belly press into the mat. And as you exhale, a softening release. And slowly start to lift your head. Press your palms into the mat. Bring your elbows back underneath your shoulder. Press your palms down. Take another Sphinx pose, this time with legs wide. Gripping your palms down, reaching your chest forward between your hands. Breath in and breath out. And scoot your palms back under your shoulders. Gently press yourself up, hips back, and come to a comfortable seat. Inhale, bring both arms up. And then exhale, gently twist to the right. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, gently twist to the left. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bring your hands together. Let your thumbs draw down the midline of your body to rest on your sternum. Draw your shoulder heads back. Take a breath in here. And out. Slowly lift your thumbs to your third eye center. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.